Welcome to the Universe Streams channel. I'm Anna. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, and for supporting and helping this channel. I am deeply, deeply grateful to you. We have only one question today. Who loves you? Let's take a look at your current significator. Who are you? Who are you at the moment? And in general, in relationships. Let's ask it this way. Who are you in a relationship? Ahem. A creative person. You look good. Hum. By the way, you often act like a child in relationships for some reason. Hum. Also, I want another card. Hmm. And that was in the past. That's what the card says, because the Seven of Pentacles card says you've become different. A child. Most likely not like a child, just as a creative person. You didn't think about the consequences. Probably, it's still your relationships with men that show more that you've changed, that you look at things differently now. Well, yes, now. You're going down a new path.
Uh,
And what else do they show here? Your creativity, in relationships, you're always some kind of creative person. Some kind of creative person. Celebrations. So what's here? Celebrations. In relationships with children. So, this card is about children. Here you like to organize celebrations. Or, look, this could also mean this is the fifth house in the chart, which can indicate romantic relationships, the honeymoon phase. Only one card here points to something from a long time ago, since it can also refer to the past. Was it hard for you just because, maybe, you did not think things through in your romantic relationships? Well, that period is over. What else can this show? It's like you're standing at the beginning of a new stage, right? In relationships.
вам
If you have children, that's 100%. It's like you'll always remain a child with your kids, and you love to organize celebrations. This card here means celebrations. It's clear that this has moved to another level. Maybe your kids have already started planning celebrations for you. But that's if you have children, I would say. But overall, it's about creativity. You're a creative person, you like to have fun. I don't know, some kind of celebrations. There you go, celebrations. Celebrations in relationships. Maybe. Well, there's no tradition card here yet. Okay. There's no tradition card. Maybe they're showing some kind of spontaneity. And now love has appeared. Love. So creativity still comes first for you. Or maybe your children come first. You would do anything for them. Thank you. So love has moved to second place. Romantic relationships, love. Maybe you've grown up, and now you have a lot of heavy responsibilities. This card also says that there are many heavy burdens now. This isn't some candy and flower stage. I'm more interested in something else. For some reason, it has moved to another level. Thank you. Once I loved very deeply, but now it's just on another level. That's what the cards say. Here it is, this card. In theory, there are opportunities to do the same thing without thinking about the consequences, but I don't do that anymore. I won't go there. That's what the card is called. I won't go there. Thank you. You can also read this as living together with men. This card says that you really like
uh,
some kind of creativity. I see more children, a creative project, friends coming up.
um,
You feel a kind of youthfulness there, youth and joy. Sometimes, of course, it might mean meeting up with friends, having a drink. Thank you. But I wouldn't say so. Still, for some reason, it throws us back into the past. As if it was in the past, as if it doesn't exist now. Well, maybe sometimes. Here it is, a romantic relationship with a man. It's like that's what you're talking about. It's just that we live together like this. Like, only the holidays are kind of romantic, like the candy and flowers stage. For some reason, I just won't go there, the card says. We're still getting to know you. 8 of Cups. I left my past behind. I left my past behind. There. I left my past behind. I'm out. That's it. I'm out. Now I need ease. This is the 3 of Cups. I need ease. I've had enough of all sorts of difficulties. I need lightness. I need friends. The Princess of Wands comes up for her. The King of Swords. Here, some man has updated you. Maybe you have some kind of difficult relationship with him. A relationship. Or maybe you broke up. The King of Swords. Maybe a divorce. Well, in any case, even if you had some kind of difficult relationship with him, this is a smart man. He's not a fool. Not at all. The King of Swords appears upright. He 9 of Cups. Look, it's a celebration. It's the 9 of Cups. It means that I can fulfill all my wishes myself. Well, I think all of this is about male love interests. Look, here's a man, a love interest. And this is the romantic part then. The candy and flower stage. And it's like, I don't want to go there anymore. Or I told myself that I won't go there. But I can go into this. You can enter here. Do you understand? But the girl is standing. She's not going in there for some reason. Because something has changed. She says she's completely changed since leaving. Completely different. I need more lightness. And I can fulfill any wishes myself. This is the story about how you used to celebrate some holidays. I don't know. That's where I said that maybe it used to be like that before. Where you used to be the ringleader or something. But I'm just talking about men. Because kids ended up here too. So you love children. With them, well, that's where your love is, right? Or maybe, by the way, friends, female friends. According to this card, it seems you've distanced yourself from many friends, both men and women. They stayed, thank you. Because you still want things to be easy. Apparently, only with the people you feel comfortable with, the ones you can have fun with. And some maybe left, moved on to something else, went somewhere else. Or maybe it was you who left. And this card says, I can still make all my wishes come true. Or rather, I can fulfill all my desires. And I can still throw parties and fulfill other people's wishes. Well, this card will speak first, and then I'll share. So you're amazing. You really know how to love. But this card is also about giving gifts. And this card also points to holidays. Do you understand? And I immediately get the impression that either you are giving this to your parents, or you look very young, very youthful, and you are still carrying this role of a child in relation to your parents. First for yourself, then I give them a lot, if that's the case here. Well, let's ask. So that the ages are different. Well, actually, the family card came up, and look, there are limitations. Well, for some, their parents have passed away, so that's a limitation for you. Or you really just live separately, you've already become independent, and you live on your own. You value them very much. The Three of Pentacles is about value. I was asking about parents. You value them? Well, still, look. This is the card of the lover. Romantic relationships, the honeymoon phase. And by the way, this card can also say something else. That I don't take on a parental role for men. I limit myself by doing this. I'm not going to be a mommy for men, for lovers, those who still act like children. I can be friends with them, which is the most interesting part. Be friends, but always put myself first. I can even give them gifts. I can remember the past, yes, I'm that vibrant. But that's kinda rare. That's what the cards say, it's kinda rare. Because you still carry a sense of joy. You're still like a child. That's what the cards are telling you. There's nothing else here. Well, look, because it's love. We have love. It actually originates in the fifth house of the horoscope. And that's the house of children, of creativity. It's the house of victories. It's the house of some kind of celebrations. It's paradise on earth. And you're still there, look. You're still like that. And overall, I think you also enjoy doing something with your appearance, wearing some kind of bright clothes. You're like a child. You still remain creative in some way. That's why. That's why I think this paradise on earth hasn't gone anywhere for you. Well, let's put one more card here. For some reason, you say, I'm not going. And I think this is more about relationships between men and women. Oh, the Empress. Wow, how interesting that turned out. I have resources. I can get married again. I mean, I can, but for some reason, I won't go there. More. You even have some kind of choice here. Maybe you're just choosing.
Impure.
I could be the lady of the house, but I won't go there for love. Mother. Look, my resources being a mother. The Empress is Mother Earth. And we started with the Six of Cups. This is a card of children or creativity. It's also about romantic relationships. Listen, but what if you are actually in love with someone? Maybe I'm just reading for a married woman, a woman with status. So you were married and still are. And you're like, why should I go there then? That's why it's actually a rare occasion for me when I have fireworks with my husband. Such rare occasions happen, and I still love holidays. But life is quiet. It's hard, kind of like, yes, those moments are rare for me, but mostly we deal with something serious. It's about status. Either you got remarried after a divorce, or you're married right now. So maybe that's why you don't want to. If it's after a divorce, you say, I can, but I won't go. I already have the status of a mother then. A mother. If not a mother, then it's creativity, 100%. So if not a mother, then if there are no children, for some reason it's the Ten of Swords. But you also wouldn't do it just for the children. If there are no children, you wouldn't do it just for the sake of children, and you got the impression that men are selfish. So I can do it, but I won't. That's friendship. You can be friends. By the way, you can date too. In general, we have a pretty complicated reading. But again, look at how amazing you are. You are an empress, a very resourceful woman. very creative, vibrant. You love celebrations. You probably love trips too. Well, I'd say you get the urge sometimes. It comes over you. The Empress. There's a time for everything. And she has 4 areas of life. They're all occupied. They're all occupied. And the love area is also occupied here. But I have a feeling that more moms are watching me after all. Because, well, Mother Earth, really. The Empress is Mother Earth. A mom who has too much to do. You tend to give more of yourself to your children then. Or maybe you have some kind of project, your brainchild. A brainchild, some kind of project. Well, it's like you're refusing romantic relationships, but sometimes something comes over you. Maybe you meet at parties or holiday gatherings. What kinds of celebrations do you host? For some reason. No? See? Even if there are no children, you say, it's not necessary. Just getting married for the sake of the children. I can have status on my own. Exactly like you said. I can do it myself. I can do anything I want for myself. Thank you. You're sitting. And now they're even showing me that 2 men are looking at you. Literally, 2 men are looking at you, and you know about it. Or at least you've seen it. So what about that? The Queen of Swords says, "My business comes first. I make all the decisions. Whatever I don't like, I cut off. I don't care whether they like it or not. Maybe it's at work." By the way, the Queen of Swords again. Most often, she represents a woman who is a professional. And even if I see it, but the interaction with them is a bit tough, I would say. What about me? Why are you the one with status here? Where does that status come from? And I have this feeling that your status is higher, like you have a better status at work, or in business, or maybe you have your own thing going on. In general, you run your own life. A woman who is in charge, a leader. Should I ask you then? At work is where you're appreciated most, because people really respect you there. I want to know all about love, but more of it comes to you. At work, they respect the Empress, but that's also one of the areas of love, you know? And I asked you about men. Do you have an older man at work, clearly at work, according to the Queen of Swords? Or are these all your exes? Maybe you've changed your status several times. You say, ugh, I could change it now too, but I won't. I know that I'll achieve more in my career. I'll treat myself to holidays and trips. I'll buy whatever I need, everything I want. And I can also share all this. These 2 cards describe you best. I can also share all this. This is the card of friends. There's some man, look, he's either around you during holidays or something, but it's nothing serious. Suddenly he's there again. Maybe he's from work. You have nothing going on, and you still have 4 emperors on you. I don't see a single one that shows you have a husband right now. Did you remove his status? Exactly. What kind of emperor is he if you're married? Because a woman can be married, but it's like, ugh, he doesn't do anything. I'm the Empress here, I decide. Especially as the Empress, the Queen of Swords. Or maybe there were divorces here? In general, you have some kind of personal life. Personal, rich, full of creativity and friends. People love you, like some friends really love you. But people can be at a distance. Look, they've gone somewhere. They've moved on. There are male friends, but for some reason, I don't see many women. In the past, it seemed like there were more female friends. Or maybe they're just at a distance now. That's what this card might be showing. Well, here it shows that you've risen above them, and they're envious of you. Women are really jealous. So your status has changed, and some women are very jealous. Most likely you don't communicate with them anymore. What I said the first time. Well, we also looked at this card before. Yes, look, it confirms it once again. Your opinion about these women has really changed. But maybe it was like that before too. You just reached a point when you moved away, left somewhere, and broke off the relationship. But the tower is the head. You changed your mind. There was a codependent relationship here. The 16th arcana is the tower. You got to this point, meaning you went through the 15th. Maybe someone even borrowed a lot of money according to the 15th arcana. Or there was envy. Maybe someone even wanted to take your man away according to the 15th arcana. You went through it. Do you understand what kind of story this is? Maybe we live together. The tower points to the home, my house, my rules. They broke some rules. We did something to someone. What might have happened in the house there? I'm asking about friends, about women, but there is some kind of happiness here after all. But it's like it moved to a new level. Moved, relocated, moved, relocated. Here's the Knight of Wands. There are people from the past. You keep going back to the past. Here is this card of friends from the past. There are beloved friends from the past. And from time to time, I jump back into the past. That is, quickly, somehow. But the Knight of Wands, he jumped in. And also the Priestess of Wands. Sometimes you have to go around some difficulties, some mountains. That is, abroad, maybe. For example, someone lives in another city. You have to go beyond the city limits. Just imagine.
А,
Or to get to the past. Set a goal. Set a goal on purpose. Set a goal. Make an agreement. Wrote it down. So, in short, either your friends are very busy, you can't just meet up, or you're super busy, or you're just a high-status person, you can't just meet up, and you have to make arrangements. I mean, really. Well, basically, childhood is gone. There are no memories left. I would put it that way. Life is such a serious thing. Now you have to make arrangements in advance. Unlike in childhood when things just happened. But there are many good memories. You even overcome some obstacles for the sake of good friends. The ones who definitely love you. You know that for sure. And you love them too. I mean, would you really go and overcome obstacles for a bad friend? Or like, you have to buy a ticket, come over, or drive there. Set aside a few hours. Come on, would you really go? Why would you need that? Yeah, here you really have to get up off your butt and, well, just like at work. To put it simply, it feels like a job, like meeting with kids. I mean, maybe even with kids. We've talked about men, kids, and friends. Now it's the kids. And the Fool comes up for the children too. A whole new phase. Well, I mean for those who have kids. A new level, more freedom, by the way. You have more of it. But we asked, maybe there are some obstacles with the kids too. Maybe you need to let go of everything, take a vacation, and then. But still, here the kids are on a new level, in a good way. Look, whose kids are in a good situation here? The child's card came up at this new stage. By the way, when the Fool card comes up in the upright position for you as a mom, the Fool always takes wisdom and experience from the mother, but goes their own way, in some way that's different. On the other hand, that's also a good thing. You still remain a mom for your children, even for the grown ones. Freedom still comes anyway, but I will say that your children love you very much too. But why do we have to overcome things? That's the question for me. How do we overcome something? Everyday problems. There are still some family issues with the children here, but what did you expect?
Навсегда детско-родительский.
Parent-child, family issues. The main thing is that it's not an illness. And what kind was it? Well, I hope that's not the case here. But the Four of Swords is just, oh Lord, God forbid, God forbid. Someone lost a child, but that's extremely rare. Illness and losing a child. This will be very rare for anyone. And I'll tell you that you are very much loved. Just to reassure you. There's a lot of love, that's all.
Что смотрим? Вот.
We all go through recurring challenges. We learn throughout our lives, move to a new level, and overcome obstacles. At first, in parent-child relationships, the children are little, we are little. With the parents, he gives birth, our children are small. Then they get older, let's say they become teenagers, and then we have a whole bunch of problems, hormones and everything else. Then they grow up, become independent, and at that point, we're already... But at every stage, there's always something going on. And we need to learn. All the cards said that you are loved. The only thing is, there are some friends you don't talk to at all. That's the case here, too. They might still be angry, that's all. Because, today, let's not look at this. I have a different question. That's it, let's move on. Let's move on. We've figured this out, so let's move on. I have a different question. Who truly loves you? In the significator as well. We've figured it out. Great. Here, you are the Empress. It's hard to overlook the Empress. A resourceful woman, but a bit tough. The Queen of Swords shows up for you most often. Smart, by the way, smart. There's a lot to talk about. They love your mind, too. Your professional side also stands out strongly. Professionals love you. If someone asks, you'll answer. You lay everything out clearly and logically. Friends and children love you. A lot. By the way, your friends can also be very creative. By the way, they're inventors, I'd say. Subtitles by Dima Torzak. Okay. The children value their freedom. I'll say it right away. They can argue. And this can be one of the patterns with children who like to argue. Well, because of freedom. They need freedom and to do things their way. That's good. Otherwise, they won't become independent. Exactly. Let me tell you about children. Well, maybe it's a bit painful. It's unpleasant, isn't it, when our children don't listen to us? But adult children aren't supposed to listen to us. That's right. So, who loves you? Everyone. Who loves you? I'm using the same deck. Who loves you? Princess of Coins, some woman, a girl, your student. If you have children. Well, really a child, a student, Princess of Coins. Caring. If you don't have children, then it's probably a friend who, I'll tell you right away, copies everything you do. But she really appreciates what you do. That's nice, isn't it? We're all different. You can do your own thing, and she can do hers. That doesn't mean she's not different from you in her own way. Maybe she does something too. She does things you can't do, and you do things she can't, for example. But that's exactly what she values you most for. That's what's valuable. She is ready to learn from, appreciate, and respect you. Because, well, you have something valuable. That's nice, isn't it? There are imagine friends who devalue you. Well, or it's really a child. For someone, it might be a student. If you teach someone, who knows, maybe that's your profession. You tell someone something. That's exactly what they value you for. You're playing the role of a teacher here, in any case. And it's cool that the person didn't become envious. They didn't start to devalue you. Because sometimes children can devalue us. After all, we teach them too. And just imagine how hard that is. Someone knows something better than we do. Most often people start arguing and devaluing. Right? Right. But here, just imagine. If it's a friend who's the same age as you, she values you for something and doesn't start telling other friends, ugh, what a disgusting thing she made. No, Here you are valued and even asked for advice. And, well, for some reason it turns out to be harder. Then you will have something. That's why they're ready to learn. Maybe they're just keeping an eye on you. Sometimes they're always watching you. It's either your child, I'll say it again, a real student, or some female friend. There's some feminine energy coming through. They're watching over you, keeping an eye on you, that you dress nicely. You see, that's the thing. They might imitate you. So they're really saying that you're, well, cool in some way. Go on. Let's ask about this person. Well, and look, this person is also a winner. Like I said, this person also has some great achievements. And society also tends to view this person in a positive light. He is active, an active person, moving around, traveling, always on the go. Exactly. Maybe he still loves cars, because it's a means of communication, of getting around. Maybe he drives around a lot. Even without a car, he's still always on the move. He walks, runs, moves somewhere. He's going somewhere. Well, in general, just a person with dignity, I would say. If he can't do something himself, he won't belittle anyone. That's the whole story. A person with dignity. Ace of Cups truly knows how to love. That's it. He's also a creative person himself. Well, that's why he takes something new from you, mixes it with his own. With this card, the only thing is, not everything turns out like it does for you. Well, apparently his talents are in something else. Well, he watches you and how you dress. And this card also shows how you cook. He really likes some of the drinks you make. Or maybe if you write or draw. Yes, he really likes it. There's something artistic, almost designer about you. Maybe it's your clothes, really, something like that. Oh, chaos. Chaos.
Человек.
Chaos. Oh, I wonder how. Maybe the person just has some chaos in their life right now. Or maybe the person themselves is chaos. Chaos. They might bring some kind of chaos. Either they like to talk, hustle, suggest something new, like let's meet up, or there's always something new happening in their life. There might be chaos. Well, if it's your child, sometimes there are periods when there's chaos at home. Or like, oh, come on, what is that? That's the card you got. You have to figure it out from there. Sometimes she makes a choice, a sudden choice. Sometimes she can't choose at all and is busy with several things at once. Or everything comes at once, and the person might have some kind of chaos or get upset. A person might, yes, start telling things in a chaotic way, just talking, and it turns into chaos. Look, here's another reason why this person loves you. They pour out all their chaos to you. It doesn't have to be that you are, well, look, it could be a child, a student, or a friend. There's some kind of strong feminine energy coming from you, as if just talking to you, even without asking questions, makes everything fall into place. Everything gets organized. It doesn't necessarily mean you're making this choice for them. For example, a child might run up and say, "Mom, I don't know, choose what I should wear," because the cards say that you have some kind of taste, like, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe his friend had something happen in her life, like something just hit her, and she's like, oh gosh, and this, and that, and one thing after another. It doesn't necessarily mean she's asking you for advice. Maybe she is. But it's like he talked to you and calmed down. There's some kind of chaos in this person, Maybe sometimes they have to just drop what they're doing because they suddenly grab something else and rush off to do it. There's definitely some chaos in this person. You know, it actually reminds me more of a child. Yes, that's how children can be or act sometimes. Or maybe you have a friend like that. Maybe someone like the Ten of Cups. The Society card came up. People in society really like this person. That's just what the card said. But over time, the person might put everything in order. Overall, society likes this person. That's it. This society card sometimes represents family. In the family, this person is generally loved. There's always some problem or dilemma in the family. But still, this card mostly represents society. All right. Who loves you? Right here, it really showed value. Value. Who loves you? I don't have many decks left here. Well, let's take a look at one more person now. And maybe I'll take another deck. You know, let's take a separate deck just for men. That's what I'm thinking. Let's take a specifically male-female one or something like that. All right, who loves you? Wow, and here comes the Emperor. Maybe your boss loves you. A man with status. Father. Well, that's who you gave status to. Father. Husband. Husband. Status. You are the one giving the status here. That's the hint here. The status of a boss. The status of a husband. The status of a father. Very often, fathers fall into this category. Well, or husbands. Brothers a little less so. And now it starts to decline. A man. Someone important in your life. Sometimes it's an adult son. So, if, for example, it happens that there is no husband, no one, then maybe an adult. An adult son. Well, in this case, it's really an adult, someone responsible. A person who sometimes has authority, even if he's not some kind of boss. It's some kind of authority. Maybe you gave status to some powerful person. Well, I don't know, maybe some banker. Or a rich person. Often they have some kind of empire of their own. Well, at the very least, the very minimum is an apartment. Because sometimes, for someone to be an emperor, well, at the very least, you need your own place to live, to have some kind of apartment. And then it just goes on from there. You could even reach the level of president. It also depends on what level you're at yourself, because all of us have our own social level. And, well, it's different for everyone. We're all different. And it doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't have factories or steamships, you have a low social level. For example, I have an average social level. And for me, for example, it would be difficult. Well, we're all just different, that's all. For me, it would be hard to run some huge business. It's because I like to travel somewhere, to have more freedom. In general, I like to work for myself. There are just different kinds of people. That doesn't mean someone is better or worse. There's no such thing at all, no. It's just that the card says, well, this person is important. That's how you could say it. Wow, this person is important. He's important for some reason. A boss, I don't know, a husband, an adult son, a brother. Yes, that's it. Well, or just some important person. Maybe he works for the government. He holds a position, but that doesn't mean he's your boss or that you work for him. He just has some role. And that's it. He really does love you. You understand? But most often, it resonates with the father and the husband. Well, many people don't have fathers or husbands anymore, right? Here, I'm actually not so sure. Do you have one or not? Although you came up as the Empress, and I have my doubts, yes. It's like, if you have a husband, you don't really let him be the husband. Honestly. Because with you, it sounds more like, I can do everything myself. I can do everything myself, even throw my own parties. That's why I have my doubts. Some man, really high status, he loves you. Well, maybe if you got divorced and still, thank you. All right, let's just keep asking. Who is this person? What kind of person is he? A planner, a planner. Well, the emperor is always a planner. If something doesn't go according to his plan, he can get furious. I can say that. He can get irritated. Well, he is the authority. He always likes to be right. I'm right. And he starts to argue, at first calmly. Well, in general, he doesn't really like it when people interfere.
Спокойно.
Argue calmly. If, I think, you start stomping your feet too much here, he'll get furious. Thank you. It's because the emperor and empress are controlling anyway. Although everything here came out in the upright position, we do have something here. Interesting. I always read the reversed cards too. I have a feeling that there aren't any reversed ones today at all. Well, that's how it is. Let's do it. Who is this man? Coin. 9 of coins. Someone with status. Yes. You knew him when he had less money. I'll say that right away. Now you know this person when he has more money. Well, you knew him. And you could clearly see from his plans when he was living at one level. From society, from the social level. And he grew. That's why I often say father, husband, son. I mean, it's a long process, as if you saw it, but only if a person didn't suddenly take off, for example. During COVID, some people really took off. For example, there were people who didn't have an apartment or a car, for instance. He earned little, but suddenly took off in a short time. But these cards still bring some kind of slowness. So most often, I also tend to think it's either the father or the husband. It could be a son or a brother if you have a good relationship. Yes, it's like you've seen this whole story. How a person started living on a different level, started earning, changed. Well, here it's not so much about changes, but rather about a higher level. It's about the coins. It's like their income changed. Well, or we've heard something about him, someone told us. Well, in that case, it will resonate less. I'm telling you right away. All right, and here come the reversed cards. Let's go. I just asked. And some kind of injustice happened here with this person. He lost something. Maybe you lost him. Some kind of injustice just happened. Give me one more card. I hope he wasn't unfair to you. I hope that didn't happen. Princess of Cups. Some genuine emotions. Either you felt something about it, or the man was actually crying. Either you have genuine emotions. It's like there's some kind of loss. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's you, because you're being shown as the Empress, a young-looking woman. Or maybe it's him, like, well, usually men don't cry. But here, it seems like a man could cry. Well, as a woman, it's easier for you to cry then. Come on. What if it's him? Well, something really painful just happened. 2 of Swords. It's like something closed off forever. He opened up some new path. Something closed off, got cut off, it broke off. It broke off. Maybe it was something to do with his health. He felt some kind of pain. Into the 3 of Swords. He went from the 2 to the 3 of Swords. A heart attack, a stroke. Well, like a sudden heart attack, yes, for example. Of course, there will be tears. You can't breathe there and such. It turned into the 3 of Swords, as if there's nothing you can do about it. He wouldn't have died. Some kind of fateful person. Well, that's basically it. This person loves you very much. Let me put it that way. I'm asking who loves you. There are real, sincere emotions here. For some of you, it could even be your grandfather, by the way. There's a fateful person here. Really loves him a lot. He's her happiness. Her happiness is in this person. That's why, yes, it's very rare for someone to resonate with some high status person. Well, I mean, it's like, it doesn't really have anything to do with you. It's just some kind of status thing, blah blah. Here, it's something really fateful. It's meant to be. Husband, father, grandfather, brother, son. Here. He loves very much. He is very happy, just in general. Oh! Oh, the Hierophant comes up. By higher powers. Either you or him. Well, let's put it this way. You were sent to each other by higher powers. There. The Hierophant. He watches habitually. As usual. Well, God bless him with health if he's alive. He keeps an eye on you wherever you are. He watches habitually. If suddenly something terrible happened here, and those were your emotions, your tears, sincere emotions. That's it. He keeps an eye on you, basically. Girls, I'll do a reading on the deceased. Yes, you asked me. I'll do it. Let's use a different deck. For men, let's ask about love, because they showed up. They showed men here. I want a deck just for love. I'll remove it. There are just a few here. Some are left. Let's do the love one. Man. Who loves you? Because I have a question here. As if you've been married several times. Or just two significant men. There are or were. I don't know. All right, who loves you? Loves. A man. A man with star energy. But he's lying here as if he's looking at you. Maybe from a distance. The man might be a little cold. A bit cold. But the man, it's like, I took a rather tough deck from the girl. Well, it was just the one that was handy. I could have used another one, but this is the one I used yesterday for a reading. It's just lying here on my little tray. I was seeing clients. And it's like he likes to look at you, first of all. But it's also like he's kind of arrogant. Look, he's either arrogant or just far away from you. And then, if he's far away, he likes to look at you when you call each other. He probably likes video calls. If there are photos, he likes looking at photos. Well, still, he's kind of a lazybones. For some reason, he likes looking at you. He just likes to watch. This is a bit of a harsh deck. I'll say it again, it's like you have to jump around in front of this guy or something. So he loves you. That's what was said. The man loves you. What kind of man is he? Thank you. The man is dual-natured. It's like a seesaw here. Either he's leaving or he's coming back. Something like that. You have to show him everything. And then it's like he changes. Sometimes he's there for you. Or maybe it's just some trips happening. Sometimes he's with you, and you talk while you're apart. And then when you meet, he's right there in front of you. Then he shows off a bit, buys something else. Sometimes like this, sometimes like that. If you live together, sometimes he's the star. Sometimes you're the star for him. Sometimes he shows off. Sometimes you're the star for him. Here he acts like a star or something. There's some kind of instability shown here. He loves you. Well, that's what we're asking. But he loves you in a strange way. But if you really live together, then he's become totally full of himself. Strange, yes, love. It's all about him, basically. He's ready to move mountains for you. Well, I don't even know, right? What kind of man is that? Well, he keeps his own counsel. I hope they don't shut us down here. Let me flip this card over. Otherwise, they won't let me do this reading. Well, this deck just happened to be at hand. All right. He keeps his own counsel. He thinks no woman will ever figure him out. I'm telling you right away. He talks like that and thinks that's who he is. Well, you see, a star. What can you say? That's right. He acts like a star with all his partners. He doesn't just think that about you. He sees other men the same way, like they're fools. That's just how he is. Well, I don't know, see? Maybe, and you could even call him a self-important loudmouth. But he thinks he's just way too smart. But it's just occasionally. Do you get it? He can even show off to his male partners. Work partners. Maybe he's a writer. Maybe he has some kind of talent for composing something. Well, he has both talents and makes money. He has the talent to earn money. That's a good talent. What kind of man is he? Well, yes, actually. I'm talking about talents. Ace of Pentacles. He knows how to appreciate women. He knows how to appreciate great people. He knows how to make money. In general, valuable men appreciate him. But he really loves to show off. Well, he really does love to show off. I don't know. And that's it. Maybe, he knows some of his talents. It annoys him when someone doesn't appreciate his talents. At that moment, he starts to freak out and show off. And exaggerate, too. Like a peacock. As if no one noticed that he did something better than everyone else here. I don't know. Even something simple. Well, for example, at home. I made such a cool dish. Why aren't you praising me here? And then there's just no stopping him. Or, for example, how could you not notice they gave this to me? They gave me, I don't know, a bonus. Or I got such a car. How cool I did something with it. Why aren't you praising me here? And at this moment, he starts embellishing things. This man loves you. Who is this man? To have a fight. The world is reversed, and there's conflict. You might argue because of it, or maybe he's just leaving. At a distance, somewhere in the world. The world means abroad. Abroad is outside your city, outside your region, outside your country. Well, or you can actually have a fight with him. Great. And this man loves you. He really loves you. And how does he love you? I'm really intrigued by this man. One moment he's ready to kiss your feet, and the next he's gone. The 5 of Cups came up. Sometimes you don't even know what kind of praise to give him, so he'll start kissing your feet again. That's the kind of thing going on here. I think that's what this man is like. Well, in general. Again, he likes to lie. Or he's hiding something. Secretive, maybe. Maybe he likes to set up some kind of these passwords everywhere. Maybe everything he has is password protected. Or, when someone comes to his house, he opens the curtain and looks to see who it is. It seems strange to you, because you're a more open person. It feels odd to you. By the way, you can just open up like that, by the way. Well, here you have it. Your first card came up as if for a child. Well, again, maybe you were like that in the past. You opened up to everyone completely. Because the past was shown there too. And it's like a man taught you differently. Either through a bad relationship, or you just learned from some man to take this more seriously. How to stop being childish about yourself and your own resources. You became more significant because of someone. Well, maybe it was an important good man, or maybe someone bad deceived you, and that's why you started acting this way now. And this one, it's like, really, maybe everything is password protected, or maybe he just looks out the window, or he has some kind of video intercom, some gadget like that. I can see who's there, so I just won't answer. So, that's the kind of thing that can happen here. Such an interesting man. Man! Such an interesting man. The High Priestess reversed. Well, it's a bit too much, basically. The high priestess reversed, over the top. I won't tell, that's what it's called. Even if you ask, I won't say. Or I won't admit it. Like I said, I'm right. That's what it's called. I'm the star here. That's it, that's what this means. She can stand her ground until the very end. All right, fine. What did I remove? Well, all right. Let's ask again with this deck. Who else loves you? Because there could be two men in love with you here. It's really all about love, love. But there was a lover sitting there. The lover was sitting there. A card that symbolizes the courtship stage of a romantic relationship. So, which man loves you? It could be the second one, or someone might recognize the same person. Here, the general reading varies. Oh, who is that? That's strength. That's a strong man. Very strong. Strong. Well, okay, let's leave it. Wow, what kind of men love you? Look, from the major arcana, the star. Here we have strength, the strength card. Well, he's strong. I mean, he could probably lift you. He's so strong. Interesting. Well, maybe he's a man with a strong spirit, by the way. Sometimes you could call him a big guy. Sometimes it means he's healthy, health-wise. And sometimes it just means he's a big man, yes. Healthy? Like, if he'd punched some other guy in the eye, maybe that's him. Maybe he does sports or works in health or wellness, by the way. He might be doing that. Maybe he's some kind of doctor or a massage therapist. Massage therapists are often, by the way, strong men. And also, they have strong hands. Well, sometimes it's about health. Yes, maybe. So, what could the strength card mean? It could also mean someone strong in spirit, a spiritual person, an inspiring person. So here, yes, it could go either way. An inspiring person, someone who tells everyone something and everyone follows them. Or someone strong who will defeat everyone. Well, let's see what kind of man loves you.
Десятка мечей.
I would say that he chose you. To be continued, period. I chose to love her, period.
Это что сейчас?
This card needs to be flipped over. Damn, he might be stalking a little bit. Yeah, saying that I'll do anything for you, I guess that's more like stalking. Like telling a lot about what he did to impress you. Let me remove this card too. I'll flip this one over. I think stalker fits better for me. And the card comes from the past. He might be closing himself off. You know, he could show up like that, telling you how great he is. Then, bam. If you hadn't reacted to him, he could just disappear. Like, what if some guy got in? You know, some kind of maniac fits better? Because it's upright here. Well, there's something maniacal about him, I'd say right away. If it came up upright here. But if it was reversed, if it came out like this, he could have raped. That's why I say it's like a stalker comes to mind. Strength violence could happen if it was reversed. But it's in the upright position. I chose her, I like her. That's exactly how the card is. So you are his priority. He likes you. And those cards that I turned over, he could have, in the past. The card just said, or creatively. Well, again, here's the 5 and 6 of cups in the 5th house in the chart. He could have told something beautiful in a creative way. How he can... An old helicopter. But if he's not accepted, he withdraws. He goes into himself, as if he's leaving, or he comes up with a way to make you want him again. Or you just don't notice him, and he gets very upset that you didn't want him. Still, there's a little bit of stalking going on here. See? It's like he's thinking about how to get what he wants. It's some kind of cold calculation. And he can get offended. The 12th arcana. To get offended. Yes, yes, offended. You see, he's offended. So, yes, look, she didn't choose me. I got offended. Well, then I can look at it from another angle. Maybe he hits on you from time to time, and maybe you don't even realize it. Or maybe he's some kind of stalker, really. Maybe you just don't like him. Well, if you don't like him, well, the King of Pentacles reversed. Maybe even marry him right in front of everyone. Well, if you don't like it, if it's somehow, well, then this type of person has just never been your type. That's what I would say about the King of Pentacles reversed. For you, it's like, I'm of a higher status. I wouldn't even give someone like that a chance. And what if he's stalking you? Oh, what's this? Looks like someone in love. He made his choice. He made his choice. Here, he might be looking at some photos. Oh, you might hear something about this. Some talk. Do you know who he is? He might just decide to stay friends. Spiritual love is a different matter. It's more of an emotional kind of love, like a close friend. Girl, I'm kind of afraid of him, this soulful friend. He might just switch and get offended that you didn't choose him once. And like, we're just friends now. But he chose you forever, I'll tell you right away. If you think he's just a friend, he's actually hurt by you. Well, it's good that this card is upright. He won't resort to violence. If this card had come up reversed, I would have told you, under no circumstances should you stay overnight at this friend's place. Or don't leave him, your male friend, alone. Or in any deserted places. If it had come up like this. But that's not the case here. He feels very strongly about you and holds a grudge about the past. And he's not really your friend at all. He might talk to himself. Well, it's kind of genuine love. But he's not really your friend at all. He's only with you because he wants you. I'll say it right away. Thank you. There you go. He's clearly not a friend. You are the key to hell for him. He's not a friend. And why are you the key to hell? Because he would even marry you. He's uncomfortable. Although he pretends to be, well, a normal guy, he wants you to do things. This deck is a bit harsh. He wants you to worship him, so that he's ready to do something for you, but he really wants you to do something for him. I don't know, maybe you see that as coercive. Maybe he has some sexual proclivities. Somewhat. Crossing boundaries, I would say. For you, it's probably, well, or just a guy like that. He's just not your type at all. That's why you never married him. That's it. Let's put it that way. Well, that's all. Let's use another deck. This Selena is speaking a bit harshly, maybe even too harshly. This deck is usually for complicated relationships. So it's done immediately, and the decision is made. So she gave us some kind of complicated relationship here, and even some slightly scary relationship too. Well, let's ask something simpler. Who loves you here? Who? Who loves you? Cancer. Oh. The children love you, plain and simple. Even if you don't have children, kids still love you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Especially those who don't know how to handle something, how to do something. People who are immature, who don't know how to do certain things. Like when it's a painful situation, or when they're feeling a bit sick. That's when they really love you. Yes. Yes. They can't take any responsibility themselves. That's the kind of people they are, and you keep pouring your energy into them. At the very least, you work as a psychologist for them, or you heal them, help them be reborn. You help them, even though they might argue with you. But people like that really love you. Well, it's either children or some dependent people. That's it. More. Just, okay, let's do the last one. This is taking a long time. This is us with a complicated deck or something. I probably shouldn't have taken it. Well, or right if such decks are used in general readings. But it's very heavy. It's complicated. It's tough. Who loves you? Who? At work. The work card came up. Or those who have known you for a very, very long time. Thank you. Enterprising people like you, especially at work. Entrepreneurs. Enterprising people like you for your mind, for your brains. People who have known you for a long time as an enterprising person like to do business with you. Because even if it's not work, it's still business. Because you are quite an enterprising bunch. Yes. And things can be sorted out with you right away. Change what you don't like and don't know how to fix it yourself. Write, restructure, and make it more beautiful, more interesting. This card also, they say, people like to talk to you online, to call, to discuss something. And they don't even admit that something is going wrong for them. They just want to know what you would do about it, I guess. To judge. If you know, you might even know how it works here. If you know the basic laws of human nature, you can immediately say something grounded in those principles. Well, like how someone reasons fairly. You still reason fairly when it comes to money. Or if I'm short on something, I'll ask her. Oh, by the way, people here like to borrow money from you. Wow, really? Because for some reason, people think you always have some savings. That's another thing, that you're so enterprising. Well, actually, the people around you, those who have known you for a long time, for some reason, they think you always have some savings. And maybe you really do. But if you really do, then people love to borrow from you. But you can refuse, by the way. Refuse. And people will never say they're offended. For some reason, that makes them feel really uncomfortable. They think you always have money stashed away. That's it. In general, well, there's more respect here. I must have looked at some people who were upset, but they love you. So we ask, why do they love you then? That's why. By the way, it's because you can say no. They learn that from you. Imagine that. And also because you seem to have some money. Money, you have it. They don't know how you have that much money. That's it. And as for why people like you, they say, we don't know how she manages to save up like that. She'll buy it. She always has some savings or something else set aside. Maybe you always have some ideas. Or maybe you always have some money. So people also love you for the fact that you can be tough sometimes. Oh, she really can. She just somehow can, and that's it. And that's it. I don't know. Really. That's another reason why entrepreneurs and enterprising people love you, those who have known you for a long time. Because you always have some kind of stash. But you can also say no quite firmly. Still, people like to borrow from you. But it's like, when you say no, at the same time, people can hear from you how to save money, where else to get it, I don't know, or how to manage without that money. It's like there's always some story like that. Girls, so that's the reading we got. Thank you for being here. Today, there were also some guys with me. Thank you too. There just aren't many of you on the channel. Mostly girls are watching. And guys, come by more often, more of you. Leave comments. You know, girls react really well to your comments. Guys do watch, but not enough. And of course, they write even less. That's it. Go to the main page of the channel. I go live less often now. But there are a lot of videos on the main page. You can watch readings that aren't date-specific. As long as it resonates with you, that's all that matters. So you can watch for several years. The channel is old. It's about 6 years old. So I've been around for a long time. There is a lot there. Well, a whole library of everything. There are all kinds of different videos. Thank you, and see you next time. Come by and leave your comments.